Hello students. So today we're going to discuss about transformed cell. So how to select a transformed cell. So before proceeding this, we should know what is transformation. Transformation is nothing but in genetics, bacteria can take a foreign DNA in a process called transformation. Transformation is a key step in DNA cloning. It occurs after restriction, digest, and ligase and transfer newly made plasmid to bacteria. I repeat this point. It is a key step in DNA where the process cloning. It occurs after the process restriction nuclease where it can cut the specified DNA part, and ligation. The next procedure will be transferring the newly made plasmid to bacteria. Bacteria with a plasmid or antibiotic resistant, and each one will form a colony. What is transformation? The addition of foreign deoxyribonucleic acid, that is DNA, into a bacterium is called transformation. So please make a note of this transformation definition. Addition of foreign deoxyribonucleic acid into a bacterium. So here I just given you the snap of the example. Here you can see the plasmid is a circular piece of DNA where it's considered to be the extra chromosomal DNA which is present inside the host cell, that is bacterial cell, plus competent cell. Okay, what is competent cell? Where the cell which is able to accept the DNA. When this plasmid and this competent cell are formed together to produce a transformed cell, that is a cell that has new DNA. Actually, who established this process, who discovered this process transformation, is in 1928 by Frederick Griffith. So he was a scientist who found the transformation process which happened in bacteria. Selection of transformed cell. There are different methods of selection of transformed cell after the gene of interest is transferred into a cell. So last video we were discussed about, so what will be the gene interest, right? So there we discussed about there will be the two type of cells, which is transformed cells as well as non-transformed cells. So these are the types of cells where the gene of interest which is carried over by transferring into a host cell. So let us discuss each. Transformed cells are those cells which contain the gene of interest as well as antibiotic resistant gene, whereas non-transformed cells do not contain the inserted gene. For this, vector should contain the selectable marker such as antibiotic resistant gene. Here I want to specify one point. What will be the difference? Yes, the difference will be transformed cells or those cells which have the gene of interest, whereas non-transformed cell is considered to be where the gene of interest is not inserted. Okay, so this will be in simple form. The host cells are kept in antibiotic containing medium. So why we were keeping this in an antibiotic containing medium? Where the antibiotic ooze which have the resistant power, okay, resistant gene which is present in host along with the gene of interest. Those cells which are transformed, which cell? Antibiotic resistant cell. Yeah. So these cells which are transformed will remain alive when treated with antibiotic, whereas non-transformed cell will die off as they do not contain antibiotic resistant gene. So this will be the working procedure of transformed cell as well as non-transformed cell. Blue-white screening or insertional inactivation. So this is one of another method where we can see the transformed cell. So this is considered to be another method to find out the transformed cell is insertional inactivation. This is based on the ability to produce color in the presence of a chromogenic substrate. Chromogenic substrate is nothing but where we can apply color. In this, a recombinant DNA is inserted within the coding sequence of an enzyme beta-galactosidase. Kindly make a note. So where the DNA is inserted with the coding sequence of an enzyme called beta-galactosidase. Actually, what does this beta-galactosidase enzyme will do? This enzyme will break down the galactose into the lactose. I repeat, beta-galactosidase breaks galactose into lactose. If a gene is inserted into this region, beta-galactosidase will not be able to convert galactose into lactose. So this results into inactivation of the enzyme, which is referred to as insertional inactivation. The presence of chromogenic substrate gives blue-colored colonies in non-transformed cell. Presence of gene of insert results into insertional inactivation of the galactosidase and the colonies do not produce any color. So these are known as recombinant colony. So here you can see with the example. So the first process here is isolate the plasmid DNA and human DNA. Okay, so first process where we were applying the rDNA technology and the first procedure to isolate the plasmid DNA and human DNA. So here you can see on the left hand side bacterial cell and here you can see the human cell. So what will be the first process? Yes, we're going to isolate the plasmid DNAs. Second step to follow, cut both DNA sample with the same restriction enzyme. Yeah, a restriction enzyme will act as a molecular scissor, so we can able to cut the DNA sample with help of this enzymes. So here you can see there will be a gene of interest where we were taking out by cutting the DNA samples with the restriction enzymes, with the help of restriction enzymes. So that will be the correct term here. Now, third step. So the human DNA fragment where we can isolate it, where we can segregate it, and where we found the gene of interest also we were taken. Now, third procedure to follow. Mix the DNA. Okay, so now what we're going to do? We were going to do mixing the DNA. That is, they join by base pairing. Okay, here what is base pairing? Yes, the nucleotides. So what are the base pairs? Adenosine, cytosine, thymine and guanine. Whereas adenosine to thymine, cytosine to guanine. So this will be the bonding of base pairs. The products are recombinant plasmid and many non-recombinant plasmid formed. So here in this picture you can see the recombinant DNA plasmid we made by using this rDNA technology. Fourth step to follow. Introduce the DNA into the bacterial cell that have a mutation in their own LAC-ISR gene. Okay, so where we were going to introduce this into this DNA, okay, that is the modified DNA or recombinant DNA, we were going to insert into the bacterial cell for the replication process to produce an enormous quantity. Now, the last step, plate the bacteria on agar containing amplicin and X gel. Incubate until the colonies grow. Now we were taking all this bacteria and we were keeping this into the plate and we were going to grow this bacteria and we were going to see the bacterial clone, which one is bacterial clone and which one is as the LAC-ISR gene. A colony carry non-recombinant plasmid with intact LAC-ISR gene. Now you can see the colony carrying the recombinant plasmid with disrupted lac is a gene. Henceforth, the bacterial clone process is done by transformed cells. Thank you.